Hello everyone, ohoro wanyu, como esta, guten tag, habari zenu, konnichiwa, and all the other greetings. I hope you guys are doing okay. I won't ask how the conservatives are doing. I am very well aware of how we're doing. It is 9/11 today, and by the time you watch this, it's going to be Friday. If you are someone who just clicked on my video, I hope you can stay until the end. If you've been around and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. Now, we know, for those who do not know what's going on, please watch this video. My birthday was yesterday, but it was the worst birthday I've ever had. And that's because the conservative movement lost a brother. I wrote down something. Just forgive me today, I just want to read. I don't feel like thinking, and it's hard to find the words for this. And the news of Charlie Kirk's assassination is still hard to swallow. It feels like a very bad nightmare. I met Charlie Kirk last year at a TPSAU event that I was invited to along with my husband. It's actually why I'm wearing this hat, because they give us these at the event, as you can see.
Home with the brave, so the flag that I wave is the one that was made by my ancestors, slaves, and they can't roll in graves, so I'm breaking the chains and I'm bucking the system, making a change. Sacrifices were made and I never will cave. Yeah, I'm bearing these arms, but I don't hibernate, and I go hyperdrive and I do not evade. When it's stupid invade, and that brand is my blade. This is a holy war, this is for glory, and this is the reason my people was fighting for. It was the knocking from, put on your uniform. This is the coldest war, another culture war. This is the sequel. Listening all of my people.
And I believe, as we have removed God as the center of our society, every community in America has suffered, but especially the black community. You see, when you remove God as the center of your society, something else becomes your God. There is no such.
He wasn't just a speaker on a stage. He had a way of making even a quick conversation feel meaningful. He listened, he cared, and he encouraged so many of us to be unafraid in standing up for what we believe in. And though I didn't agree with him on every single issue, I admired him deeply for his patriotism, for his courage, and for his willingness to step into the fire, even knowing the risk.
How do you want to be remembered? I mean, if I die, everything just goes away. How would you, if you could be associated with one thing, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. The most important thing is my faith in my life.
For years, I've been warning about the escalating issue of hostility in this country. I've spoken out about the way political disagreements have shifted into something much more sinister and darker. How the rhetoric coming from the left has increasingly painted conservatives not as opponents, but as enemies to be destroyed. Sadly, I've experienced my own share of this venom. The threats, the intimidation, the attempts to silence voices like mine. I cannot even count the number of anonymous death threats I have received online just for daring to speak openly about my convictions. And while those words are frightening, Charlie's murder has made it plain that words can become actions. This assassination is more than one life lost. as tragic and devastating as it is, it's a symbol of where America is headed if something does not change. Charlie Kirk represented a particular brand of unapologetic conservatism. He would not back down. He would not temper his message to please critics. And he refused to apologize for loving America.
And you seem like a sweet person, but can you tell me what a woman is?
A woman? I mean, a woman is someone who identifies with femininity.
So just let's pause. That's not a definition. That's like saying a cup is a thing that looks like a cup.
Okay.
So you got to give me a definition, not just, you cannot use the term in your answer.
Well, I have trouble with that because, I mean, I don't define anything. I don't think that...
So are you a woman?
I am a woman.
You just defined something. You said I don't define anything.
By saying I'm something means that I'm defining something?
Yes, of course. You're making a value. By the way, that's the entire trans argument that I just used, is that you call you're by definition defining something. So
Really?
you are, yes, of course, that's the trans argument.
That's so stupid. By saying that I'm something means that someone else can't be the same thing?
Well,
That's
no,
stupid.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just said I don't define things, and you went on to just define yourself. So you contradicted
No, I'm
yourself.
saying I don't make the definition of something. Just because I say something is one
Right.
thing.
No, I'm not
doesn't mean
asking
that
you to
that's-
make it up. I'm asking you to observe it. Right. So I don't care what everyone's opinion is. I care what is.
Okay, well, I gave you my definition, and then you didn't like it, so...
Well, because it wasn't a definition.
Oh.
That made him a target. And now, we see what happens when simmering hatred is allowed to grow unchecked. Conservatives are being told loud and clear that if you speak too boldly, if you challenge the left too directly, you put your life in danger. That is the chilling precedence this sets. Many will hear this news and feel an icy grip of caution in their voices. They'll think, is what I have to say worth risking my safety? My family's safety? And that chilling effect is exactly what our opponents want. To silence us, not with debate, not with better ideas, but with fear. But here is the truth. If we let that fear silence us, then Charlie's death was in vain. He stood for courage, for conviction, even when the cost was steep. If there's one thing I believe we must take from Charlie's legacy, it's that courage is contagious. He showed us what it looks like to keep speaking, to keep pushing back, even knowing the threats were real.
They wanted to silence him because they couldn't win in the battlefield of ideas. We're all Charlie Kirk now.
I am Charlie Kirk.
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 We are Charlie. I am Charlie.
I am Charlie Kirk.
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 I'm Charlie Kirk.
I am 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 Charlie Kirk. I am Charlie Kirk.
I am Charlie Kirk.
I am Charlie Kirk.
Rest in peace, Charlie. We'll take it from here.
I grieve for his family, for his friends, and for our movement. This is not just a political loss, but a deeply human one. A man who loved his country, who inspired young people, who was willing to sacrifice his reputation and ultimately his life for freedom. He is gone. That should shake every American, no matter where they stand politically. I don't know what the future looks like for outspoken conservatives in America. What I do know is this: we're at a crossroads. We can cower, or we can rise up stronger. We can let violence dictate the boundaries of our speech, or we can honor Charlie Kirk by speaking louder, with more clarity and more conviction than ever before.
Now, it's still up to us. I saw a lot of rumors online today. I was made aware of this by my team, that I canceled some sort of college tour. That's bullshit. I saw those rumors. They are false. I will be coming to college campuses, many of them this year. So will we all, I am sure, because we're Americans and we're not going to be deterred. Charlie's voice is not silent. We're going to pick up that blood-stained microphone where Charlie left it. And to those who would intimidate, who would seek to stop us, who would seek to end free discussion, who believe that they have ownership over public spaces and can violently threaten and kill people who speak freely, we are not going to stop. And I have two words: you. We will not stop telling the truth. We will never stop telling the truth. We will never stop debating and discussing. We will never stop standing up for what America is and for what she should be. And we will never let Charlie Kirk's voice die.
I'm never gonna shut up. I will never shut the up. I don't fear now one of you crazy. That's why you shot him for so far, because you was a bitch. I don't fear and I don't fear death for real, nigga. I'm never shutting the up. Fuck.
Rejoicing in Charlie Kirk's assassination exposes a chilling loss of basic humanity. To gloat over a man's violent death is not righteous, it's monstrous. If you believe that cruelty validates your politics or avenges your grievances, then you've become no different from the hate you claim to oppose. Celebrating bloodshed does not make you principled. It makes you hollow, driven not by justice, but by spite. In your applause for death, you reveal the ugliest truth. You've traded compassion for savagery, and in doing so, forfeited your own moral ground. To those of you who felt threatened for your beliefs, I see you. I share that burden. I know the fear. But I also know that if we stay silent now, then the voices of those we've lost will be erased. We need real accountability for every politician who spreads hate and fuels violence, no matter what side of the aisle they're on. Words have power. And when leaders normalize toxic rhetoric, it gives people permission to cross dangerous lines. What recently happened to Charlie Kirk should be a wake-up call. No one, regardless of political views, should have their life threatened for speaking out. It's time for the FBI and law enforcement to step up and monitor social media more closely for posts and comments that openly call for hate or death threats. Free speech is one thing, but threats of violence must never be tolerated. If we don't demand accountability now, more conservative creators and everyday Americans could be put at risk. For Charlie, for countless others who stood boldly in defense of truth and liberty, we must not be silent. It fills me with so much pride to see so many conservative creators and other creators refusing to back down and instead doubling down their efforts to spread the truth and stand strong against the relentless push of woke culture in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. In this moment of deep loss, their courage and determination serve as a powerful reminder that our movement is bigger than any one individual, and that the values we fight for, faith, freedom, and preservation of truth, cannot be silenced.
I want to make something very clear, and I want all of you to understand that Charlie Kirk's assassination was a message. It was a message for every single last one of us patriots in this country. This was supposed to break us. This was supposed to make us quit. They wanted to scare us into submission, and it was meant to shut down our conversations. Charlie was targeted specifically because what he was doing was working. What he was doing was powerful. He was having civil conversations and debates, and that was working. He was changing minds, he was flipping the script, and they took him away from us. I want to make something very clear to the assassin who did this, and most importantly, the people cheering and rejoicing in this brutal murder, that even in the face of fear, we will choose to stand tall. We will never back down, and we will never surrender. Because that is exactly what Charlie would have wanted us to do. And your message is nothing compared to what's coming. Because you just made 1 million more Charlie Kirks, and unfortunately, not all of us are as nice as he was.
Their resilience is not only inspiring, but also a testament to the spirit of perseverance that defines our community.
No one will ever be able to fill Charlie's shoes. No one. But I can't think of anything that would fill his heart and make him prouder than the generation that he inspired to pick up the torch and to carry it forward in whatever way we could, to continue this mission that he gave his life for, to speak the truth and to fight against evil, to fill the hearts of the world with courage and the love of God. I know that that is so much easier said than done. Quite literally, no part of me knows how to put one foot in front of the other right now. But if I know Charlie, and boy am I lucky to know Charlie, he would tell you that this mission to save our culture has to be bigger than the person who led it. This is truly the turning point of our time. I don't even know if Charlie intended for that name to pack such a punch. And maybe it seems even more important now, after he's gone. This morning, my husband came across a video on TikTok that truly is just one of hundreds, if not thousands of others just like it. And I am astonished and inspired by the courage expressed by members of our generation everywhere who are ready to stand up and speak the truth.
Here's day one of speaking my mind and advocating for what I believe in. I'm starting this series in honors of Charlie Kirk and everyone else who risked their lives for their voices to be heard. And I've always wanted to start something like this, but I was afraid of being judged, afraid of being laughed at, and afraid of being authentic. Now, I'm going to face these fears head on, and today marks the start of a new chapter in my life.
And I guess that's the answer. That has to be the answer. Who picks up the microphone from here? Who keeps speaking the truth when the world desperately needs to hear it the most? Who keeps pushing back against evil? You. You do.
Rest in peace, Charlie. You are a patriot, a fighter, and an inspiration. Your courage lives on in all of us who are willing to speak, no matter the cost.
Say to Charlie's family, I'm sorry for your loss. I promise with every ability that we have, we will not stop fighting for the legacy that he created. My wife and I will do absolutely everything to try and stop the manipulative, evil people that try to flip the good that Charlie has done and said. My wife and I have had at least 20 platforms get canceled, and Charlie and TPUSA flew us out to one of his events and gave us an amazing experience where we got to meet him and many other prominent conservatives. That is something I will never forget. Regardless how small we always are, because we keep getting canceled, we're going to keep fighting and doing everything in our power. God bless you and your family, Erica. Your husband was an amazing man.
I'll see you guys in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.